30 seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, yo? Welcome back to another video. It's Anish. I'm joined with Drew, Roman, and E. And today we're going to be doing our first ever 7-round mock draft. And this is going to be very, very interesting. We're going to try and do a mix of what we would do plus what the Texans probably do, and also try to consider like the rumors and things like that. So be sure to watch to the end and give us your thoughts on the draft haul that we get. So we're going to do 7 rounds, fast and manual. So let's go ahead and get started. So I don't think we're gonna in Nick Casero's press conference, he said that trading out of pick 3 will be kind of difficult. So I don't think we're gonna trade out of pick 3. So let's just go ahead and start the draft for now. Okay, so Kayvon goes number 1 and Aiden goes number 2. That's pretty interesting. I think the reason why the Jags took Kayvon is because of the ceiling, obviously. But so how do y'all feel about who's available at pick number 3?
Yeah, I mean that's not really the way we expect the board to fall. Lots of talk about the Jaguars taking other people like Essam or Walker, even Hutchinson, but obviously Kevin would have been an option for us. We got Trayvon Walker, who's insanely athletic. We got Sauce, who the Texans have met with 3 times. Lovie Smith has talked about upgrading at that cornerback position, finding a cornerback that can lock down like an entire half of the field. And same goes for Derek Stingley. You got a guy like Kyle Hamilton who could really truly be the best player in the draft. So, and of course, you got the linemen, Essam and Evan Neal. But I don't know. This is really tough for me. But I think personally, at this point, I just think Sauce makes too much sense.
Yeah.
I mean, can I just ask a very quick question?
Yeah.
Would it be crazy to take Trayvon Walker right here? Just have fun a little bit, mess around, and take Trayvon Walker at 3?
Yeah, that's something we should probably discuss more on the channel. We haven't really discussed Trayvon, but honestly, I wouldn't rank him higher than Kayvon or Aiden. But I think I wouldn't mind it at all, just because of like his physical gifts are so rare. It hasn't been seen in a long time. He's being compared to pros that turned out good, like Myles Garrett. So I wouldn't be mad at it, honestly. I've trying to come around it recently. But I would love to hear what you guys think about that.
If you're here sitting at 3, personally, if the board were to fall like this, which is kind of very unlikely with KT going number 1, but if this was the board right here, I personally don't think we would go Trayvon Walker. I think we would go with Sauce Gardner, who Drew mentioned that we've met with 3 times. Lovey's met with him once, and he's been into the Texans. I don't know if he's been to the Texans facility twice or if it was like a Zoom meeting or whatever. But the point is, he's met with them 3 times. So it's clear that there's mutual interest between the two. And Sauce actually recently liked a tweet. I mean, it doesn't really mean much, but I mean, he's at least seeing the rumors around that Houston's really targeting him at number 3. So if the board were to fall like this, I think it's kind of like a match made in heaven. Texans really desperately need a lockdown corner. Trayvon Walker, it's more potential than, I guess, what's there already. Like, he's not really anywhere near what he's going to be. Obviously, he's very raw. Most of his hype came from the combine. Like, if he wasn't to perform as he did at the combine, like say he had a normal combine, he would probably be like a mid-first round pick normally. But that combine, it gave him a bunch of hype, and it's giving him number 1 overall type of hype. And it seems very real. But personally, I think I would go Sauce Gardner.
So we got 2 votes for Drew. You said DB here, so Kyle Hamilton or Sauce, I believe. And then E, who would let's just try to do a majority vote, I guess. E, who would you want at 3?
Yeah, I think if we're going what the Texans would do, I'm pretty sure we're going Sauce Gardner. But if we're having fun with this mock draft, I say we should just have fun and take Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, dude, it's hard because I feel like if we like Stingley as well, then we could probably move a little bit up and trade up to maybe pick 8 to the Falcons because they also need draft assets. And Kyle Hamilton, he could very well fall to 13. That's also a possibility. So do the Texans like I believe like they're going to like try and see like if we were to not trade up for like a certain player, are we fine with whoever's left at 13? And I believe they said that overall they have like uh I'm not sure what the number is, but they have like a certain number of players that they graded as first round talents. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, but in general, I think Nick Cassier said there's like 80 to 100 players who they would consider drafting in general. So I think that's pretty interesting. I think for the sake of the mock, I think let's just go with Sauce Gardner. Do you think we should trade up for possibly a wide receiver from 13?
Personally at 13, I feel like in this mock draft, I feel like Jameson Williams would probably fall to 13, but in real life, we're seeing rumors that the Jets could take him at 10. We're seeing rumors that the Falcons really, really like him at 8. So, I mean, in reality, he's probably going to go before the Texans or, of course, Garrett Wilson as well, the top 2 wide receivers in this class, at least in my opinion. So, I mean, for the mock draft sake, I guess we wouldn't have to, but in reality, we probably would. So, to make it more real, yeah, maybe trade up to like the Jets, maybe at 10.
Yeah, I think the either the Jets or the Falcons, because the Falcons and the Jets are both teams that are kind of in that rebuild phase. So we'll see. But I think let's just go ahead and draft Sauce. I'm just gonna pause the draft. So let's just try a trade just to make spice things up. So would y'all say Jets or Falcons? More like I think Falcons because NFC for one, and previous established trade talks with them, like we try to like trade Watson to them. We probably have like a decent relationship as a result of that, even though Watson didn't end up choosing them, but that wasn't our fault, obviously. So I don't know. I guess the
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean we have 2 third-round picks, 2 fourth-round picks, a couple extra picks later in the draft. So anywhere from 8, 9, 10, even in the Commanders are possible trade up areas just because of the extra picks that we already have. And Nick Cassier kind of already has a decent idea of kind of who he wants. He only sees the 80 to 100 players draftable, which is fair for a GM to say. So I think if he wants to make a move, he'll definitely be making the move.
Yeah, I
so
personally agree with that, to be honest. Just a quick suggestion. Would you guys consider trading pick 13 for Debo in this mock draft? Or are we just going to go with the trade up?
honestly, I'd be fine with it, but I think this that I've been thinking about it more and more. It seems like a move we would make maybe like I feel like this is like officially like last year was year 1 of our rebuild. Not really actually, because we didn't have like many picks to go off on. So this is like our official first year of rebuilding because it's like after trading Watson. So I feel like that kind of move would probably come maybe like year 3 or year 2. Just because like just year 1 it seems a bit too early. Again, I would totally love having Debo on the team, but it just seems like a too early of a move now that I thought about it, slept on it.
Yeah, he really doesn't match our timeline really at all. I mean, he's what 26 right now. After next season, he'll be 27, I believe, in January. So we're gonna be like, right? In my opinion, I think we're still 2 or 3 years away from making the playoffs. So getting a player that's gonna be 27 after next season, that's gonna want a pretty big extension. I don't really think it makes sense for us. I think it makes sense just to get if we are to go receiver, just to get a younger guy, a guy that's not gonna be on a big contract yet, and just build up organically. Like, I mean, it would be nice to get Debo, but it just doesn't match our timeline at all.
Yeah, so as far as constructing this trade with the Falcons, I've been like messing around in the back, and it seems like it will take let's see if it's like so it's at least a third and both of our fourths attached to move up. Would y'all say that would be worth it? I know we're doing a 7-round mock draft, so we'll go see the entirety of it, but we will be missing out on some like the mid-round guys, like say if you wanted to draft a running back or I don't know, like a linebacker. There's a lot of linebacker depth in this class. Would y'all say that would be worth it or no?
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, if it's both fourth round picks, I think you can get at least one starter there. Third round pick is one starter. And this, the middle of the first round is just so rich with talent that I'm not even sure that that's worth it. Now, obviously, if, Nick Cassero likes a player and he really has to jump in front of the team, he'll do it, like I said earlier. But I think that you kind of just got to let it fall to you and not, get rid of 3 other picks in the draft. I think that's a little concerning. And you're trying to get an infusion of youth in this team, which you should use all your picks for instead of just getting one player at a certain spot.
Yeah, personally, I don't really think it's worth it at all. Just see which player falls to, whether it be a receiver or whether it be a lineman, either offensive line, defensive line. I don't really think it's worth. And this is a very deep class. So these third round and fourth round picks are in reality, they're in other drafts. They could potentially be like maybe late second round picks, early third round picks for the fourth round. So it's like a very deep draft. So to get rid of these mid round picks, as Drew was saying, I don't think it's really worth it at all, to be honest.
Yeah, let me throw another suggestion out there. Let me see like what you guys think of this. Because the Chiefs are trying to trade up for Jameson Williams. What would you guys think of maybe trading down that pick and getting Traylon Burks instead? I know Drew would probably back me up on this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously the draft is very rich with receivers. I mean, another really comparable players like Christian Watson, he came at 37. But if you're trading back with the Chiefs, you're likely getting, pick 29 and pick 30 or whatever it is. So you're going to get, for example, Traylon Burks and another starter. Maybe it's like Devin Lloyd, Kobe Dean if he falls, which he could very well fall. If Texans don't take a corner at 3, and you take one at 30, and McDuffie, Elam, McCreary. So it's definitely a good idea, and I wouldn't mind it at all. I'm just not sure that that's. I think at this point, if you're going to get Jamo, you might have to trade up before 13.
Yeah, teams might be talking to like teams before us, so it's just tough. So I mean, I just clicked on the Jets just to like try things out, and so they would take pick 80 to move up 3 spots. I think that could be worth it to secure a player, but honestly, I think after hearing what y'all said, maybe just stay at 13 because there will be a decent amount of talent. I feel because I think Kyle Hamilton falling to 13 is very like it's like in the cards, I feel. So I think the Texans just gamble here and see how it plays out. So I guess it wasn't in the cards, but Jameson Williams does fall to 13. So that makes it much better. So Kyle Hamilton goes to pick 7. So I think all of us want Jameson at this point.
Yeah.
Roman has been really pushing out propaganda, Jameson Williams propaganda, but honestly, you can see how adding this super dynamic receiver, this deep threat, speed, everything you would want. You can see why so many teams are high on him, and the fact that he did fall to 13 in this mock is pretty crazy. But in reality, it seems like it might go earlier, just based on the smoke we've been hearing at like possibly pick 10, because you can maybe get Zach Wilson a weapon to throw to, or possibly pick 8 to the Falcons because their number 1 wide receiver right now is like Zacharias Olamides or something. I don't even know. So it's just like so many other teams could easily go wide receiver, and Jameson is shooting up like that draft stock like crazy. So I think easily Jameson Williams here as far as like talent wise. So so the risk pays off, you could say.
Exactly. I mean that board, if I don't know if y'all saw it, but McDuffie at 10, Jordan Davis at 12. That was crazy how that fell.
Yeah,
Which is very possible. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen.
yeah, Ekwonu and Neal go back to back, which I like. I think that's like very likely to happen. Like either combination. Jermaine Johnson does go in the top 10. Trent McDuffie is pretty underrated, but I think he'll be
Yeah.
very good.
And
So,
Elam, that's a really good fit for the Ravens too. You're definitely gonna see a run on tackles. Like you saw Penning early, Cross pretty early,
yeah,
guys like that.
yeah. So, all right. So at pick 37, you do have some nice talents here. You have Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, who I've seen some people rate Quay Walker higher.
Yeah.
Dean, because like Dean's kind of smaller. But yeah, and then you could go ahead and draft Breece Hall, who is available. Christian Harris, I've seen him mocked to the Texans a bit. Arnold Ebiketie, he could be a great upside player. So there's a lot of options to go here.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you
I'm not
guys
gonna
think
lie.
of Brisker? Like drafting Brisker with this pick?
Brisker, ooh, I do not like Brisker. Let me look at my overall board here. Brisker is like probably 60 something on my board. Yeah, Jaquan Brisker, 57th overall on my board. I
Yeah,
think that he's way too aggressive. He's not disciplined. He's not good in coverage. He's really going to be a box safety linebacker. And he could be a great will linebacker. I think he's got all the physical traits for that. Football IQ is just not there. Definitely not a player that I could see the Texans taking. Mentally, they like high IQ players, smart players, little mistakes, stuff like that. And then it's not really in their scheme quite yet to start using like sub linebackers, nickel. I mean, obviously they use a nickel, kind of like a safety coming in the box. We haven't really seen them do that as much. Obviously, Casario and Lovey have probably been working on changing up like they did towards the end of the year. But I think that refers more to like the cornerback position. So at safety, we're still going to be looking for a too high kind of guy. Is there like Jalen Perry's there? Okay, Jalen Perry, but Jalen Perry's kind of similar. He's definitely a lot more disciplined, super smart guy. He can play all over the field. I will say it's kind of hard to pass up on Ebiketie even with all the talent on the board because the edge position gets a little meh towards like at the end of the draft. I mean, if there's like a Nick Benito, Boye Mafe, Ojabo's hurt, he may fall. Logan Hall, they did interview him, and some other people like the other guys deep, but it's not a super deep edge class. So if the Texans want to address that position, they probably have to go with Ebiketie. But you see guys like Christian Harris, Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker. That's stacked. So I'm willing to hear out what y'all want.
I'm tempted to go running back just because of Nick Casario, how he's tried to like get a running back so many times in the free agency. So it seems like just based on what he's been doing, I don't think any of those guys seem like super long-term dudes. Like you have Rex Burkhead. Marlon Mack is a question mark because of the injury history. But he could be back up to speed. But other than that, it's just you have other like veterans in there, but no like real young talent who's there. And Breece Hall is probably one of the best of the best. But running back, some may argue like, oh, it's not a high position. It's not that valuable position. You replace it every few years. So it's interesting. You could also go inside O-line with Tyler Smith. But I would really like Ebiketie here. I think that would be my pick.
Oh, I'm gonna go like with what you said at first. I'm very high on Breece Hall at this pick because I feel like if Breece Hall goes to a team that uses him right, like this could be a hot take. But I feel like he could have a similar year to Najee Harris. He could just be that type of guy. So I'm pretty high on Breece Hall personally. So like wherever we're gonna vote on between Arnold or Breece Hall, I'm gonna go to the Breece Hall side.
Yeah, I the reason why I'm gonna say is I want Breece Hall here because when I see all the talent there, we can just kind of let it fall. The Texans have 2 third-round picks, but you might as well just take Breece Hall now because he's not going to be available there. And when you have a certain particular player that you want, you just gotta either go ahead and either trade up or wherever you think is going to fall. You gotta take him. And if Breece Hall is there and they really like him, I can understand see them doing that and just letting the board fall to them for the rest of the other picks.
Honestly, yeah. So after everything y'all said, I might want Breece Hall now because then you get like the first, like you get like arguably the best running back, and you arguably got the best wide receiver and the best corner. With Ebikidi, you are all like a lot of the edges fell. Obviously, it shouldn't be like that. Like, but like when you put it that way, where you're getting like the best player at their position, and Breece Hall is that guy, it's just very hard to pass it. So let's just go get ahead and get Breece Hall. So y'all changed my my mind, but yeah, I think it would be a great pick. So yeah, so you got Gardner, Williams, Breece Hall. That's a really good haul so far. Hopefully this people don't keep calling me. All right. I'm sure Nick will take these calls, but not me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah.
We got Edge right there. You got. I know that. So I mean, they like Asamoah. They just interviewed with him. I'm a big Nick Nito fan. I think he can be used all over the field. Probably gonna have to address interior offensive line with our 2 4th-round picks because just what I mean, those guys will probably fall a little more.
Yeah, let's just start by inside O-line just to see what's available. Yeah, I've seen some Chris Paul hype, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris Paul and Luke Fortner have been guys that hyped up, but my guys are definitely Cade Mays. He was a 5-star. He was one of the top recruits in the country. They transferred to Tennessee. So he's a senior. So yeah, he finally got settled down in Tennessee, and he's definitely a gap scheme kind of guy too. So
And
we don't have to take him now though. He's gonna fall.
And Nick loves his former 5-star recruits too. So.
Exactly. That's what I love about him. You don't see many guys do that.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty high on Nick Binotto as well. Like between him and DeMarvin Neal as well. I feel like DeMarvin Neal can just play anywhere on the defensive line pretty much. He can fit in any scheme. Like whatever team gets him is going to be a lucky team. But yeah, I'm pretty high on Nick Binotto or Bonito. Yeah,
Bonito, yeah.
Whatever. Like
okay.
if we end up with him, it'll be a good pick.
Yeah, he also had like one of the higher pass rush
win rate or something like that. Yeah,
all the top guys. So I think it would be a great pick at 68. And then we have pick 80 coming up. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, so all right.
I was really hoping Cole Strange would fall down to 80. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, same. Oh man.
Tight end could be a possibility as well. We've seen like Pep would obviously need a blocking tight end. So
right.
Could be in the cards here too.
And yeah, if we're just being realistic, I'm sure people would be telling us to get a tight end at 80. I mean, I like my athletic linebackers. I think SMO is there, right? No. Did he already get picked?
Let me see linebacker.
Oh yeah, Troy Anderson. That's what I was thinking. And Troy Anderson, he played like running back, quarterback, tight end, linebacker. He's a freak. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like Channing Tindall as well.
Oh yeah,
like if we're talking linebackers, he's pretty good too. He's athletic. He can drop down in coverage. He can rush if you need him to as well. So
those Georgia
that could be a pick we
linebackers, they
can
do it
explore.
all. Yeah.
Brandon Smith.
That's something I haven't really looked into. Yeah.
They also
A random question, but what pick did Leo Chanel go at? Just randomly, if we can find him.
Leo Chanel. Oh, he went to pick 65 to the Jazz. So
Yeah, he's an
Yeah, he
interesting
dropped.
prospect.
Yeah, like the Wisconsin linebacking trio was very good last season, or like this season technically.
Yeah.
They were all so different too. They just comboed off each other pretty well.
do you think we could maybe draft Terrell Bernard at one of the fourth round picks? Because I know the Texans have met with him. That could also be something.
Wait. Go to tackle real quick.
Yeah.
I think I mean, I know a lot of people like Zach Tom to play guard, but I don't. And Luke Giodecki, I don't know, something like that. But I don't know. I think I don't know, I like Troy Anderson. I think that Lovey and Nick love their linebackers. That's what I would do. I could definitely see the Texans get like a versatile tackle or a tight end at that pick. So whatever y'all want is fine.
Yeah, I'm happy between Troy Anderson and Channing Tindall. To be honest, like I'm okay with either or. So whichever one we end up with, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I was about to ask if did any of the Titans go already, and it seemed like Likely went already. Trey McBride. I've seen some Jeremy Ruckert, his draft stock increase, but I think here, since linebacker is very important to us, the reason why I'm not super inclined to pick linebacker, because we did spend money to extend Kirksey, Camu. So we've already feel like we have good guys at that position. So I just feel like it might not be as high of a need per se. That's the only reason why I wouldn't be super inclined. But if the board has fallen this way, then I wouldn't be too mad at it, because
Yeah, I mean, just for comparison, last year, I mean, there's a lot of different positions that we didn't think they were going to address, but they addressed it, and they caught us off guard with Mills and Nico Collins. So yeah, I mean, you just gotta take the best player available here.
all right, I think I might go with Channing Tindall just because George, the conference he played at, just the talent, just the whole whatchamacallit, just
Yeah, I
the
mean, I agree. The pedigree.
yeah.
I mean, obviously the Georgia defense is insanely stacked. So we have no idea if Channing Tindall could have been drafted differently if different players weren't there and whatever. So we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so I just went ahead. Oh my god! Oh my god!
My phone's ringing. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. That is something else. All right, I'm feeling the back-to-back interior offensive line picks right here.
All right. So.
Ooh, Kirby Joseph is there. That is shocking.
Interesting.
He was recruited by Lovie Smith.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to ask, who's our safety right now? Who's our free safety and our strong safety? Because we got rid of Justin Reed.
I mean, I think they had Eric Murray as a strong safety backing up Justin Reed, and then Jonathan Owens playing free safety, but obviously they got MJ Stewart. So, I mean, they're going to pick a safety at some point, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if Kirby Joseph is there, they're probably going to take him, or they're definitely thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go Kirby Joseph, and then maybe Jelani Woods in the next pick. Because that's crazy that he's there, too.
Yeah, okay. So, let's go get Jelani and
then Kirby.
Yeah.
And then we just gotta hope these tier offensive linemen fall. We're gonna get slandered. We're gonna get slandered in the comments. Yeah.
We're not picking O-line, but it is.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We have Titus Howard. He can play guard. He can play guard, right?
Oh no.
Oh man. Man,
I
not
guess
having a fifth
that's
round pick this fifth round has gone on.
that's so weird. You have back-to-back fourth-round picks, then you just then you got 3 6th-round picks
Yeah.
and no fifth-round pick.
Maybe the
Crazy.
Texans packaged 3 of their 6th-round picks to make it into a 5th-round pick. I don't even know.
I'd hope it'd be only 2, but I don't know. All right, let's go check out the interior offensive lineman.
Ooh, Zion McCollum. I know we already drafted a cornerback, but the fact that he's here,
That's crazy.
crazy.
I saw someone pick Zion McCollum in a mock draft at 37.
I know
And
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
that is wild.
Wow. Okay.
He's 74th on my board. I'll send you that big board that you too on that is crazy.
I feel like if we don't address inside line, we're gonna get some mad comments. But I like Lindstrom, but he's like ranked super.
He's a center. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Alabama.
Dang. Like, let's look. I mean, Alabama. That's a good start.
It won't be too bad. He's best at total guard or swing tackle, RPO centric passing offense, power / inside.
Oh, power. There you go.
Yeah. So that might be a good
Power
flip, I
run.
guess.
But if I remember correctly, the Alabama O-line was kind of trash at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, it was like carried by Evan Neal towards the end. So I don't know how much I trust those guys, but you can't really ask for much in round 6, can you?
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yeah. Donovan West. Let's see what he has to offer. Yeah, here, like, I haven't done much research on the later guys, so honestly,
I mean, I really like Alec Lindstrom, but I also really like Jimmy Morrissey, who's our backup center. I think that he's really the center of the future, but just because you played center doesn't limit you. Even though he played center like all college, it doesn't necessarily limit him to playing guard. Either guard spots. It's a little different. Like, obviously, the talk is about moving these right tackles to guard, but it's even easier if you're a center, because you have to be really, really smart too.
Yeah, and he fits
Yeah. I think that I'll just go Donovan West. He's a junior. He could fit any block. He could fit any scheme. He's pretty versatile too. He's 141 on my board, so that would be a good value pick.
What do you think, E?
I mean, yeah, I don't know much in these later rounds as much as I do in like the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So I trust Drew's ranking on this. If we're going Donovan West,
I'm trusting West. Yeah. I gotta trust my own board here. You just gotta follow the board.
All right, sounds good. So
make sure to send that board to Nick, by the way, just in case, you never know.
It's crazy to see Jalen Weidermeyer's stock fall so low now. It's like 195 now. But yeah.
I mean, that is a crazy 40 time that you have there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the Eric King goes 200 to the Patriots. That's a pretty cool pick.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
That controversy.
All right. Oh, is that Sam Webb? Hold on. Let me see. I think he's like 6'4", something like that.
6 foot.
How tall is he? What? No. All right. So there's like this other JUCO player.
Okay.
His name is Josh Williams. He's like 6'3". He's got insanely long arms. It's crazy. But he's not there. I don't think so.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to getting another inside O-line here, honestly.
That's probably what we should do. I mean, wait, Luke Wattenberg. I've heard some Luke Wattenberg hype. I've been seeing some picks for him on mock drafts. But yeah.
I mean, Lindstorm is still there. If you guys are still interested in that one.
Yeah, I mean I was gonna wait like two more like because we have a pick at 207. I was gonna like say we should pick him there. So let's just go to. Wait, can you toggle the big boards?
Yeah. Should I go
Go
to
to
you?
my. Yeah, and go to all. I
Yeah.
just want to see the top one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, this does change things. Do we go with another corner?
I mean, Darren Kendrick from Georgia. Patterson.
But Jared Patterson is just not in the draft. He's like not even draft eligible. I don't know how that
Okay.
happened. I don't think he is. All right. I could see us going with another corner because like I don't know what they're gonna do with Desmond King because he's really a slot. He was playing outside. If they're gonna play cover 3, I could see it working. You also got Isaiah Thomas. We picked Benito.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas is a little bigger.
Oh.
They're both Oklahoma guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 267. He's a 5 technique and a 4-man front, which is what we use. But he's also pretty versatile. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably got to go Isaiah Thomas with this one as well. Because I just feel like you fit needs at this point with a pick like this. And we could probably use another edge more than we could use another corner. So unless that's just like what I feel like.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like the best player available, but also getting like value because like you're kind of just stocking in a position you may not need to stock. As we're edge, you're rotating it a lot more than you're rotating corners. Especially if you're getting a guy like Sauce, you should be pretty comfortable with your cornerback lineup. So yeah, I would say Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that makes sense. And get his teammate, so now get something.
And hopefully no one picks Alec Lindstrom.
Oh yeah.
We're chilling. Unless you want to pick someone else.
No, I mean I'm cool with it honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna take Lindstorm at 205, so might as well take him at 207.
Let's do that. I like that.
All right, sounds good. And I believe you have one last pick in the 7th round. Like at the very end of the 7th round, I think. Yeah, at 245. At this point, just like best player available. Maybe they go another running back. Let's see.
Is CJ Burdell still on the board or is he gone?
Wait,
The Oregon running
is
back.
there? Oh my god.
Darion?
Zarman Nice, like one of my favorite players. And Darion Kendrick. He's great too.
Interesting.
That is really tough.
Yeah, CJ Burdell is still there too.
He's super
really,
talented.
He can break out in some games.
Honestly, yeah, just like should we just go best player available, which could be either Darion Kendrick, Zonovan Knight, or if you want to get more O-line help, get Thyre Munford.
Honestly, it being the 7th round, I'm just more willing to go Darion Kendrick. I mean, he was like at Clemson. They got into a little trouble or whatever, and then he ran a pretty slow 40 time, but he was supposed to be really, really talented. And another like top recruit kind of guy, and Nick loves those. So I would just do it because 7th round pick is literally like no risk at all. 7th round picks get cut like before training camp sometimes.
Yeah, I'm with that pick to be honest, because exactly no risk, high reward, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. But I think all in all, we kind of at the end it kind of got a little dicey, but I think in the end we got a good haul. So you got Sauce Gardner at 3, Jameson at 13, Breece Hall at 37, Nick Benito 68, Channing Tindall, Jelani Woods, Kirby Joseph, Donovan West, Isaiah Thomas, Alec Lindstrom, and Darion Kendrick. So I think all in all, it turned out to be a great draft, especially loving those first 4 picks, honestly. But Yeah, what do you guys think about a final draft haul?
I love it. Got a lot of really, really talented players, especially with the value that we got them.
Mm,
It just shows you like how deep this draft is. I was talking to a couple of the guys, and they said that this draft has like 3 times the players of last year's draft. It's got 6-year seniors, tons of 4-year starters, tons of top recruits that are in this draft. So it's just crazy, and there's so many ways that this draft could go. We have absolutely no idea what is going to happen, but we're trying our best here, and hopefully we put together a talented and good draft.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I feel like a lot of these players in last year's draft would go higher. Channington, though, would probably be a second-round pick in last year's draft. Same with Nick Bonito. Davis Mills as well. Oh, not Davis Mills. Matt Corral as well could probably go higher last year. And just in general, I feel like this is a very deep and talented draft. And we're lucky to have like 11 picks, right? We have 11 or 12 picks.
yeah.
So we're pretty lucky to have that many picks in such a deep and talented draft.
And yeah, let us know how we did in the comment section below. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you for watching. Peace.